Welcome back to the FabuPRO online course. My name is Zuleika and I will be your instructor today and tomorrow and the day after that, forever and ever. Today we will be working with a hybrid fill. I know you guys have been asking how to do fills, especially for the hybrid set. If you haven't already joined our Facebook support group, be sure to do so. The link is going to be in the description box below and you will not regret it. Trust me. Per usual, be sure to subscribe, click that notification button so that you don't miss any of our videos, and make sure to like the video as well. You better like the video. Please don't mind my hoarse voice. Spring is right around the corner. Actually, it is spring already. And I have sinus. Thank you for watching. Alright, so let's just jump right in. As usual, we are going to start taping the bottom lashes to make sure that we don't put any extensions on the bottom lashes. And as you can see, this guest actually has lots of extensions still. This is the 3rd week, and this is how the extensions should look after 3 weeks when they come back for a fill. As you know, we have already filmed a video on how to tape the bottom lashes, and we do it 2 different ways. We either use the gel pads with the tape, or we just use the tape. And in this case, I use the gel pads and the tape. Now, as you can see, the lashes are a little bit outgrown. You can just slightly see a couple of them. And don't worry, we are going to start removing the outgrown lashes right now. Just remember to be very careful when you are doing this because you don't want to pull any of the natural lashes. Right here you can see this lash. It's pretty outgrown, so I'm just gonna grab the natural lash. And I'm gonna make sure I'm holding on very well. And I am going to slide my tweezers right under this extension. And look, it just popped right off. You just want to make sure that the extensions look very clean and even. If you don't remove any of the grown extensions, they are going to look very outgrown and uneven. Also, if you don't remove the extensions, they will start like twirling around and kind of flipping, and they will start bothering the guests. So you want to make sure you take care of that. I know this process looks very easy, but remember, it does take lots of practice to do this, and you want to make sure that you are doing this very carefully, especially if it's your first fill, because you don't want to pull the guest's natural lashes and you don't want to cause any discomfort for them. Sometimes you do have to go in and kind of just tug on the extension, but like I said, you have to be very careful. Some extensions are very well stuck to the natural lashes, so you just have to tug on them a little bit, but other than that, you should be totally fine, and just keep practicing on how to do that. If you are doing this correctly, the extensions will pop right off. There's no need for you to be pulling very hard. They're literally just gonna come right off, especially if they're very outgrown, because it's almost just time for them to come off. So it won't be as difficult, but like I've said 1,000 times already, it just takes practice. And you're just gonna continue to make sure that there is no extensions that are grown out, and just keep looking throughout all of the extensions. As you can see, I'm just going from the inner corner out, or just vice versa, just double checking that there isn't any extensions that are outgrown throughout the whole lash line. Once you have removed all of the outgrown extensions, and you know what, not even all of them, just the most noticeable ones, because if you remove every single one, you're literally going to be there all day. And once you have done that, you can go ahead and brush the extensions. And you can see they just brush very smoothly. And that is what you are looking for. If there is a lot of outgrown extensions, you're going to find the brush getting stuck, which is why you want to make sure that you remove all of the outgrown extensions first and then brush. Now, once we have done that, you want to go ahead and apply the primer and cleanser 2-in-1 and go ahead and clean out the extensions. As usual, make sure that you are applying this in a very gentle manner. You don't want to be too rough with the extensions or the natural lashes, because you will remove them, and that is not good. You can also see that as I am cleaning the extensions, you can notice that there is some mascara. You want to make sure that you remove this mascara as much as you can. If you do not remove the mascara, the glue is not going to completely bond. Once you have done that, go ahead and brush the extensions and allow them to dry. Once you are done brushing, allow the extensions to dry, and you can take this moment to set up your lash extensions, your crystal, your glue, and all of the stuff that you are going to be using to lash. I know a lot of you have been wondering how to fill the hybrid, and it's actually pretty simple, and we are going to begin right now. So basically what you want to do is, if there is a 3D, you want to make sure that you are applying a classic right next to it. Or if there is a classic, you want to make sure that you are applying a 3D. And right here there is a classic, so we are going to go ahead and pick up a 3D. It is not going to be extremely perfect because it is a fill, and you're probably not going to be able to do it as perfect. Otherwise, it's going to take you forever. But the point is just to try to follow that pattern, and just as much as you can, like I said, classic, put a 3D. If there's a 3D, put a classic. Pretty simple. Now, as you guys can see, Julie right here, she has lots of lashes, and she still has a lot of them remaining, and they will be getting filled really fast because she does have lots of them. And it's always good to make sure that your guests are coming back with this many extensions. This is about over a 50% of extensions still left, which is a very good retention. And a lot of you guys have been asking, oh, well, how can I get this retention? It takes a lot of practice. You're not going to be able to achieve this in 1 month unless you're practicing 24 hours a day. Just keep that in mind. It just takes time and lots of practice. And we're just checking for any extensions, or we're just checking for any lashes that aren't filled yet. Just gonna pull up the extensions and just kind of peek. And we are just going to keep repeating these steps. We are going to keep adding classics and 3Ds. Just make sure that you are paying attention. Me personally, I don't really write on the blocks, or I don't draw in the blocks anymore because I'm already used to it and I already kind of know where the blocks are. But if you are a beginner, I would keep suggesting for you to keep drawing those blocks in and make sure that you are just putting the extensions where they belong. And you just want to continue this process to keep adding the extensions. If you need to add a 13, a 12, 14, whatever it may be, just keep repeating the process and just make sure that you are using the correct length for each block or for each section of the lashes. As a beginner, I would sometimes forget to actually pay attention to the blocks, and sometimes I would put a different length on a block. Like I would put a 15 on a block that was supposed to be 16, and we have to make sure that we are paying attention to those mistakes. And I would find myself doing that, and I would have to remove the extension and put the correct one on. But it's good that, you know, that you catch on to those mistakes. That way, you are just doing the best job that you possibly can. As you can see, the extensions are looking full already. They're just fluffy and looking nice. And you also want to make sure that there is no extension stuck. It's very important, as you know, that if there is any extensions that are stuck, they will cause discomfort. And as you can see in this area, there are some very tiny natural lashes. Honestly, I don't even put them on the very, very tiny ones because they will end up falling. And if they're very, very tiny that you can barely even see them, I wouldn't even bother, because they will start flipping around and bothering the guest. Now, if there is some other ones that are a little bit longer, then yeah, go ahead and go ahead and just add them. But if they're very tiny that you can barely even attach them, don't even bother. And now you can just go ahead and repeat the same process for both eyes. As you can see, this is the fill before. There's just a little bit of gaps, and now this is after. And they look completely full. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so that you guys are notified whenever we post another video.